Well, happy Labor Day weekend, guys. It's a Sunday, and yesterday I just laid around. I'm getting old and tired, so yesterday I didn't do anything productive. I just sit on my butt. But today I'm going to work on my little magnet screen, and I'm going to see if I can get anything done with it. We'll see if it works the way I want it to. Um, and that's what I'm doing. But I bought a box of screws. And we all buy these screws. Everybody's bought them. If you live in the United States, you bought these screws, and all it says it's got a free bit in it. And a lot of times, that free bit has it's just maybe a 3/4 inch long, something like that, and you have to have a bit holder. And if you don't have the bit holder, then it buries inside the chuck, and you just barely have any screws sticking out. Well, this box of bit screws has got a full bit. There's the tip, and there's the part that holds in the chuck. So, I think these stupid things cost too much. I think these box of screws are like $10 for a pound. But that free bit is really a bit. Anyway, just a moment there. So, I wasn't paid by that company, by the way. I was random box of screws from a local store. But anyway, I just like the fact they put a real bit in the box of screws instead of a, quote, free bit. Alright. Let me work on this magnet screen. Alright. So, I've got to sit up, I think. Help me rounding up stuff. I honestly don't know if I got all the tools I want. But anyway, I got rounded up the shovel and the rake, and I got me a pair of gloves, which is very important. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on cleaning up this burn pile. Basically what I'll be doing is I'll be moving the existing burn pile to basically underneath the magnet screen. Because my goal is to take the magnetic stuff out of the burn pile and dispose of it. So let me turn you around here and show you a little bit of this setup. Alright, so this is the burn pile here. This is the burn pile. There's some metal on there that obviously I'm not going to run through the metal screen because obviously it's big enough to move. This is a water heater I cut the bottom out of. And I'm going to put the debris that I pull out of the burn pile, run through the screen, I'm going to put over here. And I got a tripod because I'm hoping to set the tripod up where you can see the stuff going through the magnet screen. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to be doing this on screen. So if it don't work, you'll get to see my failure. So anyway, I think it'll work. It's a magnet. So I think it'll work. If I don't get everything out of the ash pile, I think I'll get a lot of it out. So anyway, let me work on getting the big stuff out that I can see, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I'll set this up. If I try to talk, you might hear me, but I bought a microphone, a lapel microphone from Amazon, and you're supposed to be able to plug it into your phone and use your Bluetooth on your phone as a microphone. Yeah, I wasted $10. So, I haven't gotten in the mood to waste another $10 on a lapel microphone. That ain't gonna work. So that's where I'm at on that. I want to get a computer, a desktop. I want to get a machine that I can use sport cameras with, and trail cams and stuff like that. And ain't no sense me wasting money trying to buy stuff that's gonna work on a cell phone, because I've said it more than once. That dang cell phone is for junk, man. So anyway, what I've got going on here is I've got the screen set up, I've got the barrel. I've got my little waste container here for my steel. And if it ain't steel, it's going to fall off the front, I hope. It'll probably fall through the screen. But I can only do so much. And so this is prototype number 1. I'm hoping I got this set up to where you can see it. I don't know if I do. According to the camera, I do. So we're just going to see what we can get done here. Now there is some aluminum in this pile, and it's been run through the fire. So I'm going to separate it. I don't know if it'll actually sell as aluminum. I don't know. They might not buy it. So they'll be separated in case they do. So here, let's do this. I ain't sure how well it's working. It looks like some metal has already fell through it. Some metal and some aluminum has already fell through it. So I would say, based on that, mostly a fail. But I ain't gonna stop using it because some metal did make it through. Some did stop. So it's a work in progress. I think some of the reason it failed is it did stop a lot of nails, but I think because of the ash and stuff, it just blocks the magnetic force. Because they're not super duper strong magnets. So, like I said, it's a work in progress. Now I move my camera. Am I got you set up where you can see it? Yeah, you can see it. Okay. So, it's a work in progress. It's amazing how much stuff don't burn. But yeah, might not be perfect, but every nail that I pulled out of this burn panel is one less nail than my tires. Which, incidentally, I probably won't be running a vehicle across this spot anyway. But Murphy's Law dictates that what can go wrong will go wrong. So there's that. So if you're trying to scrap for money, I don't know how long the video's been running, but if you're trying to scrap for money, this is probably not the screen for you. If you got an old burn pile on your place and you want to try to use your property and you want to try to see if that burn pile is a little safer to use, this might be something you can help out. I don't know. Now, one more tool. The metal screen. Let's see what we got in this spot I just cleared. That's how much stuff I missed. I feel better about that spot I was just at. Let's see what's actually getting through the screen. Actually, quite a bit. So, the question I got, was it worth it? Well, I don't know. Still got a lot of burn pile and I still got some stuff to clean up. But I figured, this has probably been about 30 minutes worth of video, so I'm gonna turn this off. I ain't really sure I like my magnet screen. Well, I gotta put a stop to this for a minute, but I cleaned up about half the pile. My magnet screen doesn't really work the way I wanted it to, but it's a learning process. And well, I turned the camera around so I could look at it, and now I realize I need to turn it back around because I want to show you stuff. I'll be back. Alright, so here's the pile. I
I got this all over here clean. We run the magnet across it a couple of times. And when the missus is out here, I'm going to run it again. Well, and I think, no matter how many times you run over it, you'll pick up at least a little bit of stuff. So, there's that. Let me sit you right there. But the screen, these are designed to hold. They're not designed to trap or reach out and grab. So I'm thinking is this bar here and this bar here. Take this out, put two before there, put another magnet basically underneath this, so it's a full screen. It'll be a double screen, but it'll be a full screen. If I do it that way, then that gives me that much more space to grab stuff with, because a lot of that stuff is falling through the screen and onto the pile, the shifted pile. But this is a pile that isn't shifted, and glass may not burn, but it will melt. There's stuff in there that I tried to burn, and obviously it ain't gonna burn. Like roofing shingles, for example. You wonder if your roof is fire resistant or fireproof? Yeah, that's your roofing shingles to a bonfire. But I did get a lot of stuff out. I almost filled this wheelbarrow up with debris out of the pile, and that's small stuff, so that's gonna be a little bit of weight. And then this is the aluminum I shifted out. And if I can't sell it for aluminum, then I'll just throw it in the tin pile. I don't care. Anyway, as I repeatedly say, I'd rather get pennies than to pay pennies. Now over there is some fencing or wire or something, I believe. And another garbage trash can full of cans that came out of the burn pile. So, anyway, I got stuff to do. Yeah, let's see if I can get this posted.